Hello viewers, welcome to my video. My name is Darek. Probably you know me better as Mode Dark from e46 Fanatics forum or other forums, and also my website about BMW M54 oil consumption problem. So whoever saw my website and videos probably know I did a project called Rings, which was basically engine rebuild and piston ring replacement in general to stop oil consumption problem in BMW M54 engine. So it applies to any BMW with M54 engine, 2.2, 2.5, 3 liter, which is very common for these engines, and probably most of you gonna say, oh yeah, it's a CCV problem, which is a PCV valve or PCV system, oil separator system. Yeah, when you change that, the oil consumption should be better, I mean lower, but it's still there and it doesn't go away. It just decreased the amount you're burning. So it's not the solution, it's just basically a masking of the problem. It's just covering the problem. It doesn't solve the problem. So as I posted on the forums, I said just one day I just gonna do it and see if I was right about it, because I did some investigation about it in a machine shop. I went to machine shop in London, and which is very known for doing great job. I just went there and I asked, do you know guys, you guys know something about that problem? They said, yeah, Audis, BMWs, very common problem. I said, why? Because what? No, they said the manufacturer fit incorrect or badly designed rings, which they wear very quickly, and they don't resist the heat or wear, I don't know, they just wearing quick. That's why probably with my calculation, probably 85% of M54 engine owners have the problem, and they spending crazy amounts of money and time to solve it, and nothing works. So after finishing my project, you can view pictures on my website, you can view some videos, also this one as a new video with me in the front. And yeah, the solution is, I'm sorry to say, to replace the piston rings. Yeah, so well, not only piston rings you're gonna replace, probably doing the rebuild of the engine if you're gonna do it, but that's the key component to change to solve the problem. So I done about 700 miles now after the rebuild. I did first oil change after 600 miles, which is still in like braking period, to brake the engine properly, to make the piston rings sit properly in the cylinder walls, in the cylinder balls. So oil went clean, clear, brown clear, and there was no oil drop on the dipstick, and there was no shavings in the oil. There's some slight noise from the valve train, from the camshafts, because I changed the hydraulic lifters as well, so that's probably gonna go away, and it's progressing, so the noise is going away. So the car running smooth. I running 5W30 weight oil now, Castrol, and there's no oil drop on the dipstick. And also the car performs a lot better, because not only the oil scraper rings was worn, but also compression rings. Not that bad as the oil rings, but it's still. So after replacing that, my car runs fine. It feels like about 20 horsepower more. So that's how it should be when it was new. So basically it's almost a new engine, and that's the solution. So if you're chasing the problem, just stop. Don't buy another CCV valve or CCV system unless it's not working properly, and if you know it's not working properly. But if you changed that recently and you're still burning oil, I'm sorry to say that, but your piston rings are gone. Well, if you're burning a lot. If you're not burning a lot, you still might be changing the oil for thicker weight and hopefully enjoy the car. But if you're burning like a liter every 600, 500, even 200 miles, I've seen on the forum people reporting 200 miles to 1 liter of oil, so it's crazy. So that's the only solution to do, just to replace the piston rings, and that will solve your problem. However, it's not cheap. That's why I decided to do it myself. I spent few months, well, I did spend few years chasing the problem. However, I developed some skills because of that, so I decided to do it myself. And I took some few months for preparation, like gathering parts, some tools I had, like Vanos tool to align the camshaft, the timing, but other bits, some components and fluids, disposable stuff, gloves, towels, anything, like engine hoist, engine leveling tool, and measuring, preparing, taking time off, booking holiday. So I took some time to do that, and finally I booked my holiday, 2 weeks off. Friday evening I stepped in, starting with taking covers, plastic covers, then disengaging gearbox, gear stick, prop shaft, some other bits and pieces. So next day, Saturday, me and my neighbor, we went in and started removing engine. It took us about half hour actually to pull the engine out. It's easy to pull the engine out, and not like installing it back, putting it back, it's not so easy as taking it back out. So keep that in mind if you trying to attempt that yourself. So yeah, basically I did myself. Most of the time I spent on cleaning, degreasing, because as you can see on the pictures on my website, the engine after 2 years, because 2 years ago I sent the cylinder head for the rebuild for changing valve guides. I was thinking that's the problem, and it didn't solve anything. So I cleaned the piston tops, valves. The cylinder head was sparkling clean because it was in machine shop. They did all the bits and pieces. I cleaned the engine block. I cleaned the piston tops. So you can see on the pictures, it was clean. After 2 years, it was like carbon buildup about 2 millimeters high. So scraping, degreasing, scrubbing, degreasing, flushing, washing, drying. Took me 7 days to rebuild the engine. Mostly, probably 5 days it was on cleaning, soaking, cleaning again. Some delays happened waiting for parts. 2 hoses, coolant hoses broke, but that's obvious if you're doing 12-year-old engine. So good it happened. 2 new hoses, don't have to worry about that. What else? Yeah, 7 days. Tuesday night I start up the engine. It was running noisy because the new lifters needs to be bleed. So that's it. Cost me about £1,000, roughly about £1,000. I didn't do any calculations, probably just rough count. It's about £1,000. So parts, some tools, engine stand, which would cost me £30, new, brand new, China probably, but did the job. So after 7 years of ownership, I probably now enjoy my car fully because I don't have to think about that dipstick and checking it every, I don't know, every day, every week, something, going for a trip and carrying 5 liters of oil in my boot or something. Don't have to worry about that now, or anymore, hopefully. Don't have to worry about oil catch cans to prevent any sludge or buildup coming from crankcase, because when the car burning oil, when you don't have rings actually, it creates more sludge and quickly creates more sludge than normal operating engine, healthy operating engine. So I don't see any mayonnaise on the filler cap. Still wet outside, a bit cold, but I don't see any of that now. So original CCV system, no nothing custom, no rubber pipes, no containers, no catch cans, as I said. So the engine runs and looks how it was probably made 12 years ago, and I have only 125,000 on the clock. It was 72 or 3 when I bought the car, and it was burning same amount because I changed the oil for 5W30. That's what they recommend. I changed that, and I noticed after a few days that the oil is going quick. So well, I start topping up with thicker oil, and it helped a little bit, but now back to 530 and no problem. So okay, that's it from me now. If you like the video, please give me any feedback, because I think I'm gonna do more videos about this car, this engine especially. So I'm thinking to do a series about the engine. So if you want any new stuff, just let me know what you like, and I'm thinking about it. So if you like it, if you like the idea, give me a feedback, subscribe, as usually they say on YouTube. That will help me a lot to know if there's something going on, if people need that stuff or not. So hopefully next time something new gonna come up on my channel. So see you next time. Thank you.